Customer submitted data is often incomplete or contains typos, especially with mailing addresses. I'm Joseph from GreenFlux, and today we're going to push the limits of low code by adding address autocomplete and validation to FileMaker Pro using the radar.com API. Okay, first I just want to make a quick entry and show how this works for the end user. So I'm going to add a test user, and when you click into the address field here, you'll notice that as soon as you start typing, it auto-completes addresses based on your location. So these are all places close by here, but still matching that search string. However, you can get anywhere in the US. So I'm going to start with an address here that is nowhere close to here, using the address for the White House. So you can see it's pulling up known valid addresses, and the user can freely type, but then when it comes to actually selecting it, it's a complete known valid address. So they can do their search, select one, and then you get all the details. You can even save the individual fields, break it into separate fields for each data point, or get the latitude and longitude. All that stuff's available in the API. So let's take a look at their API docs real quick, and then I'll show you how this app works. So this is the radar.com website here, the API, and this search box is very similar to what we're setting up. It's a single search string, so that whatever you type in here is based on your location and then going to autocomplete results from there. It's updating this results array over here. And so it's going to return a object with a results or an addresses property, and then the results are in that array. So to integrate with the API, first you can get your API key as soon as you log into radar.com. It's free. It automatically creates an API key for you. So just copy that test secret key here and paste that into the app. And then we'll look at the scripts here to see how it works. The first script is checking for those matches. So there's an insert from URL script step. This is sending an API request to the autocomplete endpoint here to do a search using the query string equals and then that address field. So the partial address that the user is typing, that gets sent off to the API. Now you want to do this while they're typing on a loop. But the last piece of this script is that it saves the results to a results global variable. So it's available after the script is over. And every time it runs, it's just updating that results array. Then to check while the user's typing, I have this script that just runs the first one on a timer. This gets started when the user clicks into the field. It sets the timer for every 0.7 seconds. And then when they click out of the field, it clears the timer. So all that's pretty simple. When it comes to actually displaying the addresses and selecting them, well, when you select a row, it's just saving the radar results address to the contacts address. So there's one table for displaying the possible results, and then one for the contact itself. So the last piece then is how do you actually display it in a portal? If we go to the radar results table here, this table just has two fields, 10 records. So I went through and created 10 rows as placeholders for the ones I want to show in the autocomplete. It's just a auto increment number. So I've got 10 records numbered 1 through 10. And then this addresses calculation. This uses the JSON get element on the results array. And it's just taking the one that goes with each row using the index -1 because the portal rows start at 1 and the arrays are 0-based index. But I'm grabbing that formatted address and putting it into this field for the full address. If you wanted, you could split this up and have multiple fields here and use JSON get element to pick each individual piece of it, even the latitude and longitude. So that's it. It's pretty simple to set up. Couple short scripts, one API, and that virtual table to display the results in a portal.